Hello, everybody. I'm back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 2nd, and today was another gorgeous day outside. Absolutely stunning. Woke up to a nice little bit of a rain, which is nice. It was cool, had that nice breeze coming in the house. It was nice and cool, makes it great sleeping weather. Actually kicked the electric blanket on at one point, about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I got up. I decided I wanted a little extra coziness. I was feeling a little chilly, so this a great feeling when you're house is chilly, but you're nice and toasty warm in your bed. Definitely worked out well. My Great Dane sleeps with me most nights, and it kind of comes and goes kind of as he feels, which is funny. So he'll leave. He won't get back in the bed without permission because that's the way I've taught him. And so then a lot of times he'll wake me up to get back in bed, which is a little bit annoying. So part of me wishes I hadn't taught him to have permission to get on furniture. So, oh well. It all works out in the long run. So went ahead, got up today. Like I said, the rain, it worked out great. Had a handful of stuff in the house I had to get done anyway. And the rain stopped shortly after I got up, and then it warmed up nicely. Absolutely just got beautiful out there. The trail, the road dried up, the sidewalks, all that kind of stuff. Just enough to kind of keep things damp. So a lot of the spring flowers can have a chance to really pop up. Had a handful of stuff to get done around here. Headed out to the shop to look into putting some sides on my trailer, on my car trailer itself. I got a structure there also, but it's not as easy to load. I stumbled across some free dirt about 40 miles away or so. So I'm going to load the trailer up with a bunch of dirt over there. They've got a skid steer or a tractor or something to load it with, so we'll see how that works out. My neighbor found the guy. I've been trying to get rid of the dirt for years, and he finally brought a small load himself. I looked at it, looks like good dirt, and I think it's out of a cow pasture, maybe like a cow barn lot, or maybe a sheep barn. I'm not sure which one it is, but whichever one it is, it looks like it's real good dirt. I'm going to backfill some holes I've got around here, and then kind of fill in that from my yard and all that good stuff. But I went out to work apart a couple pallets that I'm looking to use some of that wood to make the sides for my trailer. And I think I've broke down. I'm just going to go buy some giant 2x12s, 16-foot long, which is the length of my trailer, and I'm going to go ahead and just buy 3 of those. Cut them up. I use the pallet wood to make the arms to hold it on the stakes and stuff to kind of drive it in there. So that'll make it a lot easier to haul. You'd be surprised how much more dirt you can fit on a trailer when you have even 8-inch sides or 12-inch sides like that. It's going to make a giant difference in how much dirt will stay on the trailer and not slide off as it bounces down the highway. So hopefully when it dries out a little bit, we'll have a chance to go get that done. I'm going to go ahead and get the sides put on it here, I don't know, next couple days maybe. At least by Monday I'll have them on there and be ready to go. So I also went today out and did some price checking on some written, like a tiller, like a garden tiller type thing. I like to find a big one that mounts like behind a tractor, like a lawnmower type tractor, and dig up my front yard. My front yard is small in size, but it's about the size of a big garden, basically. Small for a yard. I'd like to come there and till that whole thing up, take all my concrete out, my sidewalks, all that stuff. Basically, mailbox out, take everything out of the whole front yard except for the 2 trees that I've planted there the last few years. Actually, it's 3 trees out there. And dig up the rest of the yard, backfill with a bunch of that dirt, smooth it all back out. Once it starts to set in, then come in and pour some new concrete sidewalks and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I just got to break down and do it. I've been putting it off for years and years. So maybe this summer will be the summer I actually do that. I had a lot of plans, thought I'd be somewhere else this summer. Thought I was had a little move coming up, and that move fell through. So I think what I was planning on doing a lot of upgrades at the other place. Doing a lot of that, just general type moving stuff around and concrete and drive or locking in the rocks and like that. Just you can put like Quikrete on a rock drive, that kind of thing, kind of tie it down a lot better. A lot of that was planned on being done at the new place, and that new place is no longer an option. So looks like I might as well fix this place up instead. So that's part of my plan. I've also got some other things I had planned to basically take care of that was going to be, I guess, in that new location side of my life. It's not going that way, so now I got to figure out some things around here and different. So not a big deal. Went out for my run, had a great run. Ended up at one point on the run, there was a couple women coming at me the other direction. And I came around the corner. I think they weren't really expecting to see me and a giant big dog coming out and stuff. And right then the lady looked off to the right. She was probably about 20 yards ahead of me, maybe 25 yards ahead of me. And she screamed like a banshee. And she thought she saw a snake, and she took off like running like as fast as she could. Then the other lady behind her goes, "It's just a stick." And then they were laughing and joking as they ran by. So we all kind of laughed and joked. hooked. They were going the opposite direction of me, a little 1.5 mile loop there, and I caught them on the dam side, the other side of the reservoir. And I said, "Hey, it's a little better run part." She goes, "Oh yeah, no snakes over here," and blah blah. We kind of laughed about it, and I had a little mind thought that I might go buy myself a little fake rubber snake and maybe tie it to some fishing string to my back of my pants or back of my jacket, whatever, or my hydro pack, and then basically have it drag behind about 15 or 20 feet behind me, just to scare people on the trails when they come up, especially from the opposite direction that I pass them, or even if I go behind them, past them, and I see the snake there and see what happens. So I'm trying to figure out how to maybe set a couple cameras up out on the trail so I can get some of the reactions. I got it in the kind of same spot of the trail each time. I don't want to get in trouble here either, because I don't want people pissed off and send them out there creating a nuisance on my only running trail here in town. So I got to make sure I pick who I'm doing this to. A handful of people I've seen numerous times, and I think they'd have a lot better sense of humor than some of them would. So we'll see what happens. The other thought I even thought about was taking a snake and just kind of hiding in the bushes and dragging it across the trail to see what the reaction is. So I got a couple ideas there. I might go up and do that in Des Moines, where I'm less likely to be running as often and getting, basically in trouble for getting kicked off a trail. I'm not going to be on that often. So we'll see what happens with that whole thing. Got back here. Like I said, went back out, tore a bunch more pallets apart. I spent quite a bit of time out there. Had the dog off leash today, which is awesome. He's been off leash quite a bit with me, which I've been feeling pretty confident around the house here. A couple other times, like at the lake and stuff, I'm letting him off leash. And even down in Kansas City over last weekend, he was off leash quite a few times at the house at stand. Never like at the trail race and that kind of stuff. I always have him around other people, heavily around other people. I have him on leash all the time. So got back home also. I had him out after the run, and there was some company over here up on the front porch talking that. And I popped the door open, let the dog out, and I basically told him not to go up there, just to kind of see how he reacted. I knew they liked him and stuff, no big deal. And he kind of went, he was like, you could tell he wanted to go, but he stayed right there with me, which made me feel really super good. I told him to go ahead and go up and say hi to him. He ran up, they played with him for a while and that kind of stuff, and all that worked out really, really well. So made me feel super confident that maybe someday I'll be able to have him actually off leash on a run. So not quite 100% there yet, but I'm getting really, really close. And when I first start doing, I'm definitely going to have the shot collar on him, because he is still a squirrel chasing fool. So who knows? We'll see what happens. I think tomorrow I might, I got a handful of things I want to try and do, something special. I don't know if it'll take place or not. I'm not gonna jinx it by saying it now. So anyway, that's all I've got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.